give you an insight about the power of forgiving and forgetting and why that's important to leaders. Because hey, the bottom line is we are here to evolve and grow and experience more and more of who we are, more and more happiness, more and more bliss, more and more fun. So why get caught up and blocked on things or negativity that happens to us or that we do to others, right? We have got to grow. That's the basic principle. You don't know why things have happened to you. You don't really know why negativity has happened to you, right? Or why this person does that thing, or why this person thinks that thing, or why you do this, or why you do that, right? You don't know really why. There's a whole dynamic play going on here, right? And the whole idea is not to get too attached to any of it, right? So you have to have intrinsic within life is the power to forgive and forget. And the reason why I'm so stirred about this right now is because I saw a movie on Friday called Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Fantastic movie, loved it, recommend you go see it. But the thing is, there was a line at the end of the movie where Caesar says to his human counterpart that humans don't forgive. And it kind of bugged me a little bit, right? Because I know it is a problem. It's why we have a lot of wars, because people don't forgive and forget. Either domestically or in households or in nations or between nations, whatever, right? It's a real problem there actually, and he has a point. But we really do have that capacity to evolve, where we can just develop and expand ourselves and get a perspective on it, And as I said, you don't know why people do things to you, why you do things to other people, right? It's just a dynamic play we're all playing a part of, and so we have to accept that it's whatever's happening to us is part of our evolution. And if you don't accept that our actions or the pleasure and pain that we experience is because of our actions, or that every action has an opposite and equal reaction, or that as we sow, so shall we reap, then just stop this video and stop listening, right? Because obviously you'd like to be at the effect of everything, that everything is done to you, right? Okay, and never taking responsibility that maybe, just possibly, that you also helped create it, okay? So, it's really important that we have this power to forgive and forget. How do we do that? Well, obviously through words and being open, having understanding with people, and seeing the person for the person and not their behavior. Their behavior is just an aberration of who they really are. And also making light of it. Make light of your former ignorance or someone else's former ignorance, whether it was yesterday or last year or 10 years ago, whatever, right? Get over it. We had to evolve and move on and expand and experience more joy, the essence of life, pure love, unconditional. That's what we all want, right, as leaders. Now, if someone is continually giving you negativity, right, then obviously, and they're not learning from it, you're forgiving them and they're still not learning from the mistake, they're not getting the lesson, so they can behave in the right way or make the adjustments, then obviously you need to either get involved with them more, give them more attention, understanding, guidance, or you need to tell them to go to another area or somewhere else, right, where they can develop from where they are at, right, and just have compassion for them in that process. So that's basically my new leadership insight. Also, in that movie, there was an interesting thing where there was a conflict between Kobo and Caesar, the two ape leaders. And at one point, Kobo said to Caesar, you're weak. And he was saying he was weak because he was physically weak. He had been shot, and he was down. He wasn't his normal physical strength at that strength level. But then Caesar said to Kobo, no, you're weaker. And he was basically saying that to Kobo, that you're weaker because you can't forgive and forget, right? Whatever those humans did to you in the past, you can't forgive and forget them, right? You have to continue to retaliate, right? You're not big enough, you're not developed enough to forgive and forget and stop that cycle going on. And Kobo, was so gripped by that experience that, he didn't even recognize that, that somehow he created that. He had that experience because what else? It's all us doing it to ourselves ultimately at the end of the day, right? When we're doing something to someone else, we're also doing it to ourselves. We're helping someone solve their problems, but also helping our own problems. Okay? So always have the power to forgive and forget in your awareness as you evolve through life, and you will progress a lot faster. You allow others to progress a lot faster, and we'll really get to the goal of life, which is universal love for all. Peace, love, enjoy.